Hey, what's up guys? I keep forgetting to pack my microphone into the car. Hopefully next time the audio will be a lot better. I just saw a post on Reddit and I responded to it. It was asking about why do you train karate? If not for fighting, why do you train it? And I responded, I have a lot of hobbies. I'm coming from a church thing, I do music, I'm in a band. I even consider other martial arts outside of karate like Brazilian Jitsu and Judo that I train as hobbies because they're fun games, they're physical. They allow me to kind of decompress and get some physical exercise in. But karate to me, and I say this all the time, it's the art of life and death. It is for combat, and everything else is a byproduct of that. This leads me into talking about Do versus Jitsu, right? And I feel like I've talked about this multiple times in the past. I've probably written articles on it, but it's worth hearing again. Everything in the beginning, martial arts related. Martial is Mars, or the god of war, was for military arts. I know karate itself was supposed to be a civilian self-defense system, but it also has like the Okinawan royalty that learned it to protect the king, all these types of things, right? So there is war and combat and military involved in it, in addition to a civilian type of art. But everything before 1920s, I believe, was Jitsu, or the practice of learning those techniques for combat. So everything was karate Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu, Aikijitsu, Iai-Jitsu, sword techniques, right? Only after the standardization of styles and moving to Japan and creating like a body, an organization, did it really become Do. Even after the war, where people, society, the governments, organizations were trying to figure out how to keep these styles around, even though there wasn't war happening, there wasn't real combat. There needed to be a way to introduce it into the school system, teach it to kids. There was value found in learning these martial arts beyond just combat. There was value in learning, teaching discipline to the kids, coordination, athleticism, etc. But that was post-war, post-learning Jitsu. So karate to me is a self-defense art that has the potential to protect myself in times of defense or combat, in times of need, to protect my family, to protect my friends, etc. So it has to be applicable. So I treat karate Do as karate Jitsu as it was before pre-1920s. And that just means to me, I am learning techniques to defend myself. I'm learning Hojo Undo, I'm weight training, I'm keeping myself fit so that just in case I need to use it, I'll use it. But what's cool about that is in training hard, and this is what I'm trying to get to, in training hard, in training for life and death, you evolve into the status of Do. It becomes your way of life, right? So Jitsu's technique, Do is path or way of life. It's how you carry yourself throughout your day, throughout the rest of your life, right? In learning how to hurt somebody and protect your life, you learn how to help somebody and preserve life. And when you have that ability to switch, you're triggered, right? From I'm living everyday life, I'm helping, I'm trying to be as peaceful and harmless as possible, to flip the switch and say, my life is now a threat, I need to end this threat right now. Learning to be able to control that trigger, learning to be able to understand the impact of that trigger, that leads to a peaceful way of life. That leads to living your life, like Bushido, like the samurai way, right? With integrity, with honesty, with courage, perseverance, etc. So you learn these values through training hard. You don't learn them by enrolling a kid in a karate class that just yells at them all day and make them line up and make them learn salutes or statements that they repeat over and over again. That's a very militaristic way of doing it. But if you want the child, or if you yourself want to learn organically how to approach martial arts as a way of life, you need to put in the time. And in jiu-jitsu we call it time on the mat, right? You need that blood, sweat, and tears of hard training. You need to lose. You need to be the nail, as they say, either you're the hammer or the nail. You need to be the nail so many times that you're just flattened. Your ego is destroyed. It's gone. And when you come out the other end, your goal is to help other people do what you did, go through what you went through, so that they also come out the other end a better person. And they say in Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu is not a D-bag filter or an ego filter. There are jerks and bad people that get black belts in Jiu-Jitsu as well. So it's not like it's a foolproof plan to for someone to say, hey, put them through the Jiu-Jitsu program and they're going to turn out a good person. But generally speaking, if you do hard things and you come out the other end, you're going to have more value on everyday life, right? And I say training hard in karate, jiu-jitsu, and any martial arts, doing hard things will, over the big scheme of things, will create better people because they understand the value of dedication. They understand the value of losing and picking yourself back up, right? So fall 7 times, get up 8. All these little sayings and quotes that you hear over and over again, I mean, there's truths to them, and it's to develop a harder character while doing hard things. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, train hard, fight easy.